All right, guys, trend trading. In this video, I'm going to show you a simple trend trading strategy that I think you're going to be able to master in just about a day or two, okay? And more importantly, no matter what market you trade, whether you trade stocks, futures, Forex, options, I'm going to show you a simple color change from red to green that's going to absolutely nail the trend for huge moves. All right, let's do this. What's happening, traders? It's Mark here at DynoTrading.com, the world's #1 resource on learning how to trade real price action. What we try to do is educate you a little bit on how to implement a professional trend trading style in your own trading so that your trading performance gets better each day. Okay? Now, guys, I'm going to start off this trend trading video by sort of educating you a little bit on why the trend is so important, why it's so mission critical, and why the ability to identify and isolate the starting point of a trend, right? Not the middle of the trend, not the end of the trend, but the starting point of a trend is what I think is going to make a significant difference in your trend trading, okay? So before we look at some charts, and I promise you I've got some incredible charts that I want to show you. It's really going to blow your mind on this new trend trading tool. All right, before we get there, I want to impress upon you why trend trading is so important, and I want to talk to you about these three things. All right? Trend trading allows you to catch bigger moves. It's that simple. Right? For example, how many times have you loaded up your typical candlestick charts and all these nonsense oscillating tools? I call these garbage charts. If you guys are long-term subscribers, that's not new, right? When you look at a chart like this, how on earth do you figure out where is the trend? How do you identify the starting point of a trend? How do you identify the ending point of a trend, right? Because many people use these candlestick charts for scalping, or they're trying to catch 1 or 2 points here and there, and that's just not a conducive way to catch bigger moves, right? How many times have you guys opened up a position, you've made a couple of bucks, right? You caught a little bit of a nice trend, but you closed your position out too early, only to watch the market rip for 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, maybe even 10 times what you thought it was going to run. You understand what I'm saying? So the whole idea behind trend trading leads me into point number 2 here, which is when you embrace trend trading strategies, guys, you're going to stay in a move, bullish or bearish, considerably longer. You understand what I'm saying? So gone are the days where you try to scalp or screw around and try to catch tops and bottoms without knowing what the heck you're doing, right? Those days are gone if you employ and embrace a trend trading strategy. Okay, here's the truth. You are going to hopefully beat the faces off all the other traders who are screwing around with their candlesticks and their oscillators and this and that. And you guys know this is true. Okay, only 5% of traders win and 95% of traders lose. That's just the reality. Those are just facts. You can have an opinion one way or the other, but guys, those are the facts, right? So how do you join that 5% of winning, successful, profitable traders? Guys, you have to embrace a trend trading style. Make sense? So now that you understand the concepts of why trend trading and trend trading strategies can be hugely beneficial to your trading success and your trading performance, let me go ahead and show you how to deploy this new trend trading indicator on top of your charts. And remember what I said early in the video, guys, it does not matter what market you trade, all right? Stocks, futures, Forex, options. This trend trading tool is going to work on any market. Let me show you how to slap it onto your chart. So the name of this trend tool is called the Volume Accelerator. In fact, you can see it displayed right over here, guys. All you have to do is right-click into your chart, add this program to your chart, and with one click of your mouse, you'll be able to make the chart look like this. Okay? where the starting points and the ending points of the trend are crystal clear, visible to you. There's no subjectivity, there's no interpretation. It's right there in your face. Makes sense? So let me tell you why I've given this thing a name called the volume accelerator. All right? What I've been able to do is on my proprietary T-bar charts, which is the bars you see here in front of you here, these proprietary clean T-bar charts, okay, what I've been able to do is capture and analyze the volume on every single one of these bars. You understand? Whenever a bar is closed, boom, I analyze the volume. And guys, what I have been able to figure out is what I think could be the holy grail. You'll have to try this out and let me know, okay, is that volume analysis is huge when it comes to trend trading. You can actually figure out what side of the market the buyers are and what side of the market the sellers are. Okay? Let me explain what I mean by that. All right? Let's just go ahead and zoom in. Let's go ahead and zoom in to both of these. This short setup right here, and we will also look at this long setup right here. Okay? So these bands, guys, these color bands represent volume. All right? Whenever the band is red, it tells me that there's more volume transactions heading to the downside. And of course, on the flip side, whenever the band is green, there are more volume transactions hitting the upside. Now, behind the scenes, what we're actually doing is analyzing the bid and the ask. Make sense? So, in this situation right here, where the volume turned red, okay, in fact, the volume turned red right on this bar, because every bar has an arrow telling you the exact moment in time that the volume shifted, okay? Right on this bar over here, what happened was there was more volume hitting the bid than the ask. What does that mean? That means that guys were trying to get out of the market. They wanted to sell the market, and they were willing to accept any possible price. That is always the bid. Makes sense? I also call this panic selling. That's another way to look at it. All right, now what about on the flip side? This bar right over here where the volume shifted green. What happened on this bar? Well, on this bar, what happened was there were more volume transactions hitting the ask than there were the bid. You understand what I'm saying? And what that tells you is that there are more market participants who want to get into the market. They want to buy the market, and they're willing to get filled at any possible price. I also call this panic buying. Yes, that's a thing. There is panic selling and there's panic buying. That is what forces the market to have huge, significant, and in our case, profitable moves in either direction. Make sense? So if I zoom this bad boy out a little bit, let's clean up this chart here. Okay, what should be very obvious to you is that this section right over here, in fact, this exact bar, put a couple more arrows under it so you can really notice this. This exact bar is where the trend started. Make sense, guys? And look at the length of this move. It just, once this trend started, guys, it's like a snowball. You cannot get in the way of a trend. Right? Shame on you if you tried to short this market when the volume was showing green. Make sense? Now, how about a short example, right? What does a sell-off look like on the volume accelerator, and how does the volume accelerator predict the starting point of a trend? Well, here you go, guys. All right, this is a chart of the S&P 500, aka the SPY. Many of you guys out there, I know you're following the SPY. And this is how the vol looked on a beautiful sell-off, right? The volume shifted from green into red right on this bar right here. And guys, you can see the market never looked back, okay? And this was a $6,000 potential trade if you caught it at the right time. Right? And when I say caught it, I mean the starting point of a trend. Make sense? Now, how about one more example where there was both a bullish move and a bearish move of significant proportions in the same session? All right, what you're looking at right now is a chart on gold. I've got the volume accelerator loaded up on this bad boy, and look at these moves, man. Right? You see these arrows? Boom! Volume turns green. Off to the races. Boom! Volume turns red. Off to the races. Makes sense? Like I said a few moments ago, shame on you if you try to short this market when it's green, right? And shame on you if you try to buy the market when it's red. You understand what I'm saying? And when you contrast this to what I call these garbage charts, good luck trying to figure out the starting point and the ending point of a trend. Okay? Guys, trend trading works. Trend trading is real. Trend trading is a strategy that I think anybody can deploy and find success with almost immediately. All right, so if you'd like to learn more about the Volume Accelerator trend trading tool, you guys are going to love it. Feel free to call, text, or email. I'd love to hook you guys up with the one-on-one demo. All right? Hey guys, thanks for watching this video on trend trading, and I'll see you on the next trade.